Welcome back. We're live with the tooth number 18 today. So patient presents with a fractured distal lingual cusp. I will show you what that looks like in just a moment after we designate our admin phase for a zirconia crown. Tooth number 18, this is how patient presents. So you can see that distal lingual cusp is clearly fractured. Patient decided he enjoyed that cusp to chew with. So of course, bonding a resin won't really help. It would just come out. So we wrap the tooth with the crown. Here's our crown prep. So we'll look more at that in a minute. Why don't we begin by prepping our models? So we'll start by cutting away all of this noise. Make life a little easier for our algorithm. And see, I usually don't pack cord, but today I did. So that's what that black thing is down there around the gum line, is our cord, helping to keep that gum tissue off of the crown. Could have used a laser. I chose not to in this case. Didn't feel like I needed it. Cord did the job. Just continuing to trim our models, get rid of anything that may be a big nuisance when designing. Okay. Model axis. Let's get him lined up. Works for me. Jawline is taking the blue dot and putting it in the center of the tooth so that we can draw our margin with a nice clean picture. Of course, we'll draw our margin twice. The first time around, I don't really care where the line goes. The second time around, I'm going to tack it down precisely. It's quite angry. Desperately needs to remove all of that periobacteria. This probably would have been easier to do scaling and root planing first. Let's do 3-5. It would have been better to do. We went ahead and sent it anyway. I was able to get him to quit bleeding to make our nice scan, so he'll be fine. Okay. Margin looks pretty good. Sometimes I'll flip the model over to check that deep margin. I'm happy with that. Insertion axis can be parallel to the long axis of the neighboring tooth. So that contact right there. That lined up, apply view direction, check for undercuts, little undercut on the mesial. So we're going to change that slightly. Much less undercut. That looks better. Go next. Spacer, 120 microns. I like to bond my zirconia. A lot of science that supports bonding of zirconia. Short axial wall height. Bonding will help retain our crown to chemical adhesion. All right. Looks like we've got a little bit of an interference there. So we put the opposing jaw on. Form remove. Get rid of that. That looks better. FOCC. First F or only F is Fisher height. 0.7 is more than we need, which we only need 0.6, so we're good there. O is occlusion. Do I love the occlusion? Looks okay. Let's check his old tooth. It looks about like it did. His buccal cusp is a little shorter. Let's see. Is he used to having a bite there? It looks like he may be. So why don't we bring this buccal cusp up some, or at least part of it. It's better. About here. So you're going to want one more bite here. That's starting to get kind of tall for me. I think that's still okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're okay still. Let's see, do we want to try and add something here? That's going to start to be a little tall. But let's just see. Just going to smooth this so it'll flatten that cusp some. Okay. I'm going to get rid of this. This is where he fractured that cusp. Also don't want that distal incline to encourage that tooth to walk backwards. So that's gone. That occlusion is looking better. We smooth this so that cusp is less prominent. Smooth that some. Okay. Occlusion looks good now. Contour. Do we love our contour? Yeah, I think it looks fine. Okay with the shape of that tooth. Marginal ridge height. A little inadequate. We could try and bring this up some. Let's see what we did have. Yeah. So he's already got more marginal ridge than he did have. You can see mine's coming through. His old tooth was, so that I'm going to be okay with. Tore up. Should be fine. So contour looks good. Contact is the last C. Bit too much green for me. It's the most distal tooth, distal contact in the arch. It would probably be fine. I'm just going to dial that back a little bit, help ourselves when seating. Okay. Yeah, let's bring that up just a touch. I could even leave a little bit of yellow there because it is the most distal tooth in the arch. It doesn't bother me a ton. See the red down there is just the gum tissue. This is all gum tissue. That doesn't bother me. I will just leave that contact that's nice and flat. It's going to give me a good pop on the floss. Normally I wouldn't do that, but because it's the most distal tooth, it's going to be fine. Probably better, actually, with a little bit of yellow in it. At least that's how they teach you in level 2 CDOCs. Okay, last thing we need to check is our articulator. So what happens when his jaw moves left, right, forward, or back? We will find out after computing this algorithm. New tool, upper FGP, functionally generated path. Throw that on there. See one of those little cusps we give him. It's going to interfere when his jaw moves. We'll get rid of that. Fine. This is on the neighboring tooth, so that does not bother us. All right, folks, there you have it. There's his new crown. See, it looks pretty similar to the old crown. And he will not have a broken cusp when he leaves my office. Let's produce.